Grouping linear function. This is our goal. We're going to group in the straight linear function and its domain, range, table of values, intercepts, and slope. So we have the two ways of grouping linear function. This is using the table of values, and another one is grouping linear function using the slope and the y-intercepts. Now let's go first for the using the table of values. The most fundamental strategy to graph a line is the use of table of values. The goal is to pick any values of x and substitute these values in the given function to get the corresponding y values. So we're going to find the value of f of x, or we can say y, that's the range, to complete the table below. This is a given, the x plus 5. So the solution is, again, we're going to substitute the value of x. If x equals to -2, we have -2 plus 5. Then not same sign, so we have negative and positive, subtract, and then copy the sign of the higher number. So that's positive 3. If -1, then -1 plus 5. Then not same sign, just negative and positive. We're going to subtract, then copy the sign of the higher number. That's positive 4. And then if 0 plus 5 equals 5. And if positive 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. So we're going to add because it's same sign. 2 plus 5 equals 7. Same sign again, and that's 7. And then we're going to write the -2 entry here, -140516, that's 27. Now we're going to use this as a grouping, the table of values. Then let's subgraph. -2 and 3. So let's remind the -2 and 3 how to graph. So this is the negative for x. So this is the 0, the origin, then count is -1, -2. And then since since the y is 3, then going up. So let's have the positive 3, 1, 2, and 3. So the point is there. Next, -1 and 4. This is x. So therefore 0 and -1. Then for positive 4, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's count again for the -1, that's x. And this is 4. So the point is there. 0 and 5. So if that is 0, so it means 5 is for the y-intercept. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the point, and we have 1 and 6. So this is positive 1 and also the positive 6 here. And we have the 2 and 7, so this is 1 and 2, and then 7. Because we have this count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7. So then connect a line. Let's have another example. Find the range if x equals to -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. In f of x equals 1 minus 3x, then graph. So this is the solutions. Again, substitute the x. So f of -1 equals 1 minus 3 times -1. Then it is equals 4. Also it becomes 4. -3 times -1 is positive 3. Then 1 plus 3 is 4. So we can write this one as an ordered pairs, -1 and 4. Then we have 0, 1 minus 3 times 0. So 3 times 0 is 0. So we have 1. So the answer is 1. And for the ordered pair, 0 and 1. For 1, then 1 minus 3 times 1. Then negative 3. When we multiply the 1, it's negative 3. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. According to the law of integers, if there is a positive and negative, you have to subtract and copy the sign of the higher number. So that's negative 2. We have an order first 1 and negative 2. If x is 2, then 1 minus 3 times 2, then 1 times negative 1, negative 3 times 2 is 6. That's negative 6. So we have minus 1, that's negative 5. So the order pair is 2 and negative 5. If x is 3, then 1 minus 3 times 3. Then 3 times 3 is 9. We have negative, so therefore it's negative 9. And we have to subtract the ones, negative 8. 3 and negative 8. So let's have the table. And then let's graph. That is negative 1 and 4, 0 and 1, 1 and negative 2, 2 and 5. Okay, they connect a line. So another graphing of linear function is using the slope and y-intercept. How to graph a linear function using slope and y-intercept? First, determine the slope and y-intercept of a linear function. Then plot the point represented by the y-intercept. Identify the slope as the rate of change of the input value. Use rise over run to determine at least 2 more points on the line. Sketch the line that passes through the points. So let's have to remember of this one when graphing the slope. If the slope is positive, graph will slant upward from left to right. If the slope is negative, the graph will slant downward from right to left. Let's have the example. Graph f of x equals 1 half x plus 1 using the y-intercept and slope. So this is the m or the slope, and b or y-intercept. Get the m, that is 1 half, and our m is 1 is rise and 2 is run. Remember, when say rise is going up if it is positive, then if this run is going right if it is positive. Then if this the rise is negative, going down. If 2 is negative, they're going to the left. So this is the y-intercept or p, and then we can write as 0 and 1. Then let's graph. We're going to graph first the 0 and 1. This. Okay, so 0 and 1 is positive, so we have it here. And then let's count rise and run, that is 1 half. So we're going up, that is 1, 1, and going right, that's 2, 1, 2. So the another point is here. And then connect a line. That's it. Example number 2. Graph f of x equals negative 2 over 3x plus 5 using the y-intercept and slope. So this is the b and the p. This is the m and p or y-intercept. So the m is the negative 2/3. Now we cannot identify where is the negative. We can put it at either in rise or to run. But now I'm going to put it here in the run. So this is a rise and run. So they're going up and going left again. I'm going to put it on negative to the run. So that's why I'm going left. If you're going to put it to the rise and negative, that's okay. Going up or going down. So remember where you're going to put a negative. But this time I'm going to put a negative to the run. That's why I'm going to left. Just because that's negative. Now for B or Y intercepts 5, or you can write 0 and 5. Then let's graph. We're going to graph first the 0 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the points there, and then we're going to um, graph the 2 and 3. So since you have the 2 going up to positive, 1, 2, and then the rise and the run is going left. So that's negative 1, 2, and 3. So that's the points. So I show you how to um, interchange the signs. So if you're going to put a negative to the right, then that's going down, and then the 3 is going right. So let's count. So starting here, going down to the 2. 1, 2, and then going right, that's positive. 1, 2, 3. So if you're going to connect the line, so check it out. So you see the line here is lies also here on the point. So the point is here. So that's the same. So anything you want to do is that's the same line and the same point. The important is the line is lies at the points of the um, slope. So either here or either here. Just have the activity. Find the value of f(x) and complete the table below. Graph the given linear functions. So this is table we're going to complete it using the substitutions of the domains. The domain is the x 0, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So f of x equals to 3x minus 5. So that's the given. So let's have if 0 to x is 0. So that's 3 times 0 is minus 5. That's 0 minus 5. That's equals to negative 5. Therefore, we can write the negative 5 here. If x equals to 1, then 3 times 1 minus 5 is 3 minus 5 is negative 2. So I write it negative 2 there. Then if x is 2, then 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. Then I write 1 there. If f of 3 is this 1, then 3 times 3 is 9. Minus 5, then we have 4. And write 4 there. And the last one, if x is 4, then 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 5 is 8. Then write 8 there. So the table is complete. Now we're going to graph. So I make the color each of these ordered pairs on the graph. So let's do the first graph, the 0 and negative 5. So this blue. So 0 and 5 is negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's negative 5. 0 is lies on the vertical lines. And then next, you're going to grab the yellow. 1 and negative 2. So this is positive 1 for x and negative 2 for y. Then this is the point. Then for this color, the ocean blue or the blue, then the 2 and 1, 1 and 2, and this is 1. Then another one is the violet, 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. So that's 3 and 4, and then for 4 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're going to connect a line. That's the graph. So let's have determine the slope and y-intercept to given linear functions in graph. So as you can see, we have where m equals to 2 and 3 and p is negative 4. Now we're going to graph this. It's negative 4. So we can say that it's 0 and negative 4. The negative 4 is here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is the point. And then let's count the rise and run. So the rise is 2 and the run is 3 going to right. 1, 2. Then going right because it's positive. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the point. And then connect a line.